Now we arrive at one of the most important visual representations in the entire August Talent ecosystem. Please observe the diagram carefully. At the center of the image, you will notice CWI, which stands for Corporate Wisdom Index. This central circle represents the intelligence core of the entire ecosystem. And surrounding the Corporate Wisdom Index, you will notice multiple interconnected capability domains. This is extremely important because organizations do not operate through isolated departments. Organizations function through interconnected intelligence systems. And whenever these systems become disconnected, organizations begin to experience execution gaps, leadership inconsistency, cultural fragmentation, revenue leakage, poor transformation readiness, and workforce misalignment. The Corporate Wisdom Index is designed to integrate all these critical organizational intelligence layers into one unified ecosystem. Now let us move around the diagram step by step. At the top of the visual, you will notice Organization Diagnostic. This represents the organization's ability to measure internal maturity, capability gaps, leadership readiness, workforce alignment, and transformation preparedness. Because transformation cannot begin without diagnostic clarity. Moving clockwise, the next area is Researched Frameworks. This includes the proprietary intellectual architecture developed inside the August Talent ecosystem. Frameworks such as FIT, Olympus, Matryoshka Organization, Quad Pro Leadership, Temple's 12M, and other capability intelligence systems. These frameworks are not isolated theories. They are designed to function together as interconnected transformation architectures. Next, we move into Top Management Assessment. This is a very important capability layer. Many organizations attempt transformation without first understanding leadership maturity. But organizational capability always mirrors leadership capability. This assessment layer focuses on board readiness, decision intelligence, strategic alignment, leadership maturity, governance capability, and executive transformation readiness. Then we move into management books. Now this is a very strategic component of the ecosystem, because the books inside August Talent are not simply publications. They are intellectual infrastructure assets. Each book contributes frameworks, models, case studies, leadership systems, and transformation methodologies into the larger capability ecosystem. Next, we move into talent assessment. This layer focuses on competency intelligence, behavioral capability, workforce readiness, future talent architecture, and capability gap analysis. Because organizations cannot transform unless talent systems evolve systematically. Then we move into Complement KP2 to KP4. This is one of the most unique areas of the ecosystem. Most learning systems deliver generic content. But August Talent focuses on context-driven capability transformation. Meaning, the organizational context is first understood, then learning architecture is customized, and finally transformation is measured through KP2, KP3, and KP4 frameworks. This creates measurable behavioral and business impact. Next, we move into Content for Peter Principle for Disruption. This area addresses a very serious modern organizational problem. Many professionals are promoted based on past performance, but struggle in future leadership complexity. This concept helps organizations prepare leaders for disruption, future complexity, and evolving capability expectations.
Then we arrive at TTT, Train the Trainer. This is not traditional trainer certification. Inside the August Talent ecosystem, TTT represents capability multiplication. It develops professionals beyond facilitation into consulting, diagnostics, transformation thinking, and capability architecture. Next, we move into talent development and training. This area focuses on competency building, behavioral transformation, leadership maturity, performance enhancement, and workforce capability evolution. Then we move into performance management. Because learning without performance integration creates no sustainable transformation. This layer integrates CRA, KPI, balanced scorecard, KP4, and organizational productivity systems. And finally, we arrive at Gen Z management. This is increasingly becoming one of the most critical workforce challenges globally. Organizations today are managing a rapidly changing workforce mindset. This layer focuses on future workforce adaptation, Gen Z workplace readiness, behavioral alignment, digital work culture, and evolving leadership expectations. Now, if you step back and observe the entire diagram together, you will notice something very important. The Corporate Wisdom Index is not positioned as a training model, a consulting framework, or a learning platform. It is positioned as an integrated capability intelligence ecosystem. An ecosystem where diagnostics, leadership, frameworks, books, assessments, training, performance systems, future workforce readiness, and transformation intelligence all operate as interconnected organizational wisdom systems. And this becomes the foundation for the next slide, where we will now explore the deeper architecture and operational layers behind the Corporate Wisdom Index ecosystem.
Now let us move deeper into the operational architecture behind the Corporate Wisdom Index ecosystem. Please observe this visual carefully. Unlike the previous slide which introduced the broader ecosystem, this slide explains how the ecosystem is actually structured internally. At the top center, you will once again notice CWI, Corporate Wisdom Index. And below it, the architecture begins dividing into three major intelligence layers. The first layer is organization. The second layer is individual assessment. And the third layer is talent development. This structure is extremely important because sustainable transformation requires alignment between organization systems, individual capability, and workforce development. Now let us begin from the left side. Under organization, we first see diagnostic tools. This includes board-level diagnostics, mystery shopping, customized prescriptions, and customized reports. These tools help organizations identify hidden capability gaps, operational risks, leadership weaknesses, customer experience issues, and execution vulnerabilities. Below that, we move into researched frameworks. And here you can see several proprietary systems including Matryoshka Organization, FIT, Temple's 12M, Olympus Model, and ESG frameworks. Each framework addresses a different layer of organizational intelligence. Together, they create business framework intelligence. Now moving toward the center, we enter the individual assessment layer. This includes CEO assessment, HR assessment, and training assessment. Because transformation must begin with leadership capability visibility. Organizations often invest heavily in systems without understanding whether leadership maturity is aligned with transformation objectives. Next, we move into management books. And once again, these books are not positioned merely as publications. They are structured as capability development engines. You can see examples such as Quad Pro Leadership, HR 2.0, Black Box, First Pencil, and ESG Leadership. Each book contributes practical transformation systems into the ecosystem. Now moving further right, we enter Customized Talent Assessment. This includes Fit Assessment, 9-Box Assessment, and Pro-Fit Olympus systems. These assessments help organizations evaluate talent maturity, future readiness, leadership capability, organizational defensibility, technology readiness, and strategic transformation alignment. Then we arrive at Customized Context versus Content. This is one of the most important philosophical shifts inside the August talent ecosystem. Traditionally, organizations purchase generic training content. But August Talent believes context must come before content. Meaning, organizational realities, capability maturity, business goals, leadership culture, and workforce readiness must first be understood before designing transformation interventions. That is why this framework integrates KP2, KP3, KP4, and Peter's principle disruption thinking. Now moving further right, we enter the TTT architecture. This includes KP3, KP4, change in business behavior, KRA and KPI linked ROI, and balanced scorecard systems. This means trainers inside the ecosystem are not merely facilitators. They are developed into business-aligned capability consultants. And finally, at the far right, we arrive at Pro-Career. This includes campus-to-corporate systems, Gen Z selection, assessment, and development. This is strategically very important because August Talent is not only transforming organizations, it is also building future workforce intelligence pipelines. Meaning, students, young professionals, future leaders, and emerging workforce ecosystems can be systematically developed from the earliest stages of professional evolution. Now, if you observe the complete architecture carefully, you will notice something extremely important. This is not a collection of isolated assessments or training modules. It is a connected capability intelligence operating system. An operating system integrating organizational diagnostics, leadership intelligence, books, frameworks, assessments, performance systems, behavioral transformation, future workforce readiness, and enterprise capability maturity. And this integrated architecture is what makes the Corporate Wisdom Index fundamentally different from traditional HR, learning, or consulting ecosystems.